And action!
Son, you know why you the greatest alive?
Why, Dad?
Because you came out of my balls, nigga.
Fuck rap, hustle like an addict with a semi-automatic. Who'da had it and ready for anybody to fuck.
Alright. What is up, everybody? Back to the second episode. I'm sorry that it took so fucking long for us to be able to come out with this. It's just, inconveniences along like being able to gather together to form a consensus and all that good shit. But I mean, we're here now, and I'm pretty sure that's all that matters to you. And if it doesn't matter to you, then, well, I mean...
Eat a dick.
Yeah, I tried. Sorry.
You did?
No, not that. I tried to... Please.
This is even when you think you know someone.
You took it out of context.
You don't. This is why you gotta see. Like my mom said, you don't know who you are or who you're fucking with until you live with them.
Actually, I don't live with you. We don't live together.
Yeah. If I lived with you, I would have known this because it may have been my dick.
No, I have not done anything to a dick. I've not. No, stop.
Actually, before we actually start on the theme of today, which is substance over appearance in today's episode, I've been surveying this question to a bunch of coworkers this week.
Oh.
Okay.
Guys.
So, okay. If a girl gives sloppy head to an average dude, would you call it a sloppy Joe? Now, anyone watching this show, you can comment under the comments. It's a serious thing.
Whose dad helped you make that joke?
It was actually just me.
Whose dad helped you? When did you become a parent?
When it became apparent that I'm pretty good at this shit.
When did you become a dad? Who's the mother? Who gave birth to that?
Depends who you ask.
Oh, Daddy. Oh my God. You make me so upset. Every time, just...
And here's something also... So, would you call it a sloppy Joe?
No.
Because
there's all kinds of different names for it. Did you call it sloppy top?
Okay, no, because think about it like this. A sloppy Joe is sauce and meat. The meat is wet. She's giving you sloppy head. Your meat is wet.
Where are the buns? You also need buns for sloppy Joe.
Her buns are the buns.
Okay, but the thing is, her buns are on the other side. All the way back here.
But, I mean, all that takes is...
So basically, you've gotten rid of the Joe part, and now it's just sloppy.
It's just sloppy Jolene.
You literally just have, like, fucking roast beef right up in here. Just all this shit.
It was like a crunch bar. Someone get the plunger.
Oh my God.
There's some other quotes. I feel like
up.
These are some good quotes. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I see a big ass titties on this other TV. Anyways, I don't know what your roommate's watching.
It's not
what he left on the TV, but
I don't know. He leaves his
some
TV on
7-year-old lady. Anyways, so the theme of this episode is substance over appearance, and I feel like it's an important thing to discuss because I feel like a lot of people get caught up in stuff that more of a facade to reality. Now, before we actually get into the shits, here's some other quotes I've been thinking about during the week. I feel like are good to keep in mind. They're just quotes to keep in mind.
Son of a bitch. Well, is there more? We could just get into the topic.
If you are someone that claims you really have the pick of the litter, then why do you keep shitting in the same place?
Who made these quotes?
It's 100% me. If you are knee deep in debt in a custody battle, why is it called joint custody? Or my favorite personally, when someone says, I don't feel like waiting because it may not work out. Those are just some quotes to keep in mind to keep along with the subject of what we're discussing. So let's start with, why is there such a need for substance? Why is substance more important than appearance?
I guess that that's kind of a loaded question. It all depends on the person itself, because everybody has their own different ways of trying to boost their morale and boost their self-confidence. A lot of females like to put on makeup and everything. Not necessarily saying that's a lack of self-confidence, because some people just do it to make themselves feel good.
It's like us when we wear deodorant. We don't have to wear deodorant, but
it's hygiene. That you got to do that shit. That's not. That is not the same.
If you shower,
that's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same.
Okay, cologne's a better example.
No. You literally just gave up, like, you literally just brought up, like, let's say you have Listerine and you also have toothpaste.
Listerine.
Are you just going to use the Listerine and not brush your fucking teeth, you nasty bitch? Is that what you're going to do?
There's actually, I was actually talking to someone about that, the studies and stuff, how it's actually worse to just, if you don't brush your teeth that morning, you're better off just not using any mouthwash or nothing, because it's gonna inflame your gums even more because of the alcohol enhancers and stuff. But that's besides the subject. Sorry, I was talking to someone earlier this week about it. But now I
we're on the same page for that then. I'm just saying, like, the way you phrased it, you made it seem as if that was the case.
Let's get back on the theme. Fuck Listerine. They're not sponsoring us anytime soon.
They might. But it's, like, with that kind of question, it depends on the reason behind why people do what they do. Do you put on all this nice jewelry, these nice perfumes, all this fucking makeup to impress other people when you walk out of the house, or do you do it for more of a confidence booster in yourself? Who exactly are you doing it for? When you decide you want to take 3 hours out of your day to hog up the bathroom and keep your family members from going inside of there so that you can put on all of your makeup and walk up the house glamorous as fuck for a 30-minute event.
It's just, I think the problem, there's a lot of, I don't want to admit, girls aren't the only problem. Like, us guys, there's a lot, I think a lot of it stems from, well, just those girls specifically. From a young age, they are taught to be impressed, to be impressionable. What are girls told? They're told to wait for a man to treat you right. Wait for this to happen in life. Wait for the guy to, have the job of his. They're told, wait to be impressed. They're told, it's a lot of, you just gotta be patient and you gotta wait for someone to show you this or something.
From the way that sounds, it sounds like there's a lot of dependency upon that like weird mindset.
It's a cycle, because the problem is you have girls that they're more impressed by what someone has instead of who they are, and there'll be a lot of girls watching this about. That's not true. No, I don't look at that. I look at the soul. I look at, it doesn't matter what job they have. You may think that. You may think that with a common mind. But your natural instincts, you're going to be more attracted to a dude who's more dressed up well than a guy who's just wearing, a white t-shirt and some blue jeans every weekend cutting the grass. You're going to because the guy who has a suit appears to be, it gives off an impression of, I've got my life in order.
Yeah.
I've got this. It's like, if I have a suit, that means I'm a stable person. I got priorities and all that good stuff. And so even though you may think, it doesn't matter if they have that, natural instinct, you're going to be more attracted and impressed, because from a young age, you were stemmed from, a man will take care. Well, it's not even like a man's just going to take care of you. There's a lot of girls that want to be able to take care of themselves and need it. But girls are trained from a young age to be attended to. They want to be taken care of, even if it's just emotionally and all that stuff. So the whole impact of impressionism, I don't know if that's the real word, but it is now. Being impressionable is more of a habit created from a young age, and it's really hard to kick that off even naturally. So it's from your surroundings, your peers, and all that.
I don't know if it's necessarily just that. because when people look at, like, you look at someone that you consider to be beautiful. Normally they look to people like, especially like celebrities. You go on, you see Beyonce. She's like coated in all this makeup and all these different like
Girls
designer
do love
clothes.
Beyonce. They will fuck with your conscience.
No more song quotes. God, shut the fuck up.
Girls Love Beyonce by Drake. Go check it out. Shout out.
It's just like whenever you see her up on concert, you see her wearing these nice ass dresses, everything designer. She's got this fucking jewelry. She's got this makeup on. She looks fucking gorgeous. And every girl up there is like, man, I'm pretty sure there's not a dude in the world that wouldn't want to hit that. I want to be like that. And then they start going out and trying to make themselves look exactly like that. They go through this fucking huge ass cycle. It usually ends up being more complicated than it needs to be. And from that's where like all these fucking insecurities and all this other shit starts to stem from. And then they just, it's a very vicious cycle. I feel like it's actually worse for women than it is for men. Because when you look at it like that, like men don't really do as much to prepare themselves as women do. And I guess it's only because we're not really expected to. Well, if that makes sense.
I think what it is it's kind of woman on woman crime. It's kind of over time, there's been girls dress more to impress other girls than actually guys that they want to attract.
Also true.
Girls don't wear these dresses to get some guy to see their fat ass per se. Now that may be an external benefit, but they're going because they want to compete with another girl in that same place, and they'll secretly, what they'll do is they'll try to find some of the smallest wrong with their dress. They'll try to find, oh, she shouldn't be wearing that. That doesn't really fit her figure, or this and that. And it's a lot of girls tearing other girls down. So it keeps a cycle of girls never feeling good about themselves.
I was literally just about to bring that up, actually. Like, have you ever known, like, sometimes when a girl brings another female friend out, sometimes that female friend will just look slightly less significant than them, and that's kind of what they want in a female friend?
Oh, yeah. I mean, every girl has that ugly friend, and if you don't, you're the ugly friend.
Yeah, oh, God. And you never want to be the ugly friend. That's
it's so noticeable.
It's so noticeable. Like,
it's so noticeable. And you could track it from afar. You're like, wow, she literally only brought her to the bar, or she only brought her to PetSmart just to make her stand out. She can dress average, but because she's with a girl that's less than average on, let's just say, an average guy scope of the eye look, she went from a 6.3 to an 8.
It's literally the equivalent of, like, putting a Prius next to a dumpster. I mean, you're both ugly, but one of them is a lot less ugly than the other one, and you can ride this one. So it's just like, hey, bonus, why the fuck would I fuck with this little trash can over here when I could just get this 2.0 out of 10? Why get the 1 when you can have a 2, right? Double up.
What's wrong with you?
I'm just saying, like, if... From the mindset of a guy going in to, like, I guess, pick up a female, you see, like, 2 different options in front of you. All right, but better yet, instead of comparing women, let's compare food, right? You see this,
eat both of them.
You see this nice, glorious steak right here in front of you. Okay, maybe it's not that nice and glorious, actually. It's almost like pink. There's like blood and shit dripping.
It's probably like one you get from Golden Corral.
Yeah, kind of like that, actually. It's like it's one of those that has to cook fast.
You get unlimited steak, but you get what you pay for.
Exactly. You're gonna get diarrhea that night, and you know that. And then you over here, you look on this side, and you see like this small ass like burger. It's supposed to like fit on a bun, but the bun's like this big, and you're just like, oh fuck.
The bun's bigger than the burger.
I can't actually enjoy this. I may as well just get this nasty ass steak.
This is what being uncircumcised must feel like.
It's like both of the options kind of suck, but you're gonna get the best of both worlds just because of the fact that you feel like it might be a better time than having this fucking meatless bun.
I had bison burgers this past week. It was pretty damn good.
Oh my god!
Everyone, go to the store and get some bison burgers. Shout out.
Quit fucking advertising! Oh my god, we're not gonna get sponsored!
Hey man, you never know till you try. All it takes is one bison burger viewer. That's all it takes, man. What if Jimmy Dean is watching? It's
Why
like,
the
hey,
fuck
man,
would he be watching?
Your faces want to be on the cover of our sausage, egg, and cheese croissants? We may not be the face of, Rolling Stone, but we'll be rolling them kidney stones on, WebMD.
Because that's a good thing. We're already convincing these people to start eating, like, fucking flaccid steak and
Drink
nasty-ass fucking bread burgers.
But we have such a beat-down culture. Like, and I don't want to focus on girls, so I'll use guys as an example. You know what guys, we don't shit in each other for the clothes we wear. I wear the same 3.5 shirts, 2 pairs of pants. I have more shoes than pants.
Like, the thing is...
And, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but it's, because I think guys have a better sense of substance. Like, we don't feel a pressure to
impress
we
guys.
Try to impress girls more than other guys. Girls try to impress other girls more than guys.
And other guys.
The other guys are just a byproduct of impressing those girls. Because it's like, oh, if I get with her, she knows her. And her. And her. And, like, you've shitted on me more for what I wear than anyone I know. And, I mean, it doesn't ruin my day. Because I don't give a shit. Because I know how much effort I don't put into it. Because if I spent 2 or 3 hours on my outfit and someone shit on it, yeah, I would feel some type of way. If I spend 45 minutes doing my eyelashes, and some girls and I see some girls saying, oh, they look like Sharpie pens, or they look like freaking like one of those Diary of a Wimpy Kid drawings on there. Like, yeah, I would feel some type of way. But me, it's like, yeah, you shit on me. These clothes have been in my back seat for a week. Now they're clean, they haven't been worn, but I'm not expecting you to be like, hey man, those nice pants really compliment your thighs, man.
Thanks.
I can tell you've been hitting the hamstrings, bro. Those leg curls, yeah. Because I just feel like with guys what we're trying to impress more is the type of girl we can get. It's not necessarily just getting a girl. It's we want a girl that's bad.
I guess it's different with guys, because sometimes guys just kind of look at their own personality to be able to pick up chicks, and that's why they don't really give that much fuck about what they wear when they go out in public, because as long as you can make someone laugh, you can bring
Exactly, bro. I see a lot of ugly-ass dudes with girls.
Jay-Z.
He has a lot of fucking money. See?
He does, and that's what actually...
And girls want to be like, you couldn't give... It's like, as beautiful as Beyonce is and all that, Jay-Z,
own money.
You notice you don't see a lot of girls shitting on Jay-Z for cheating. They kind of just let that slide between the cracks.
You guys make beautiful babies. Why don't you?
They're like, that's the definition of a strong woman just trying to stick by her man even through hard times. But you know what? If Ryan the electrician, who lives in a 2-story house and he's making, let's just say, $40,000 a year, and they're barely getting by him and his wife, if he cheats on his wife and she's holding the house down, and then it's, oh, he ain't shit, you need to find you a better man, he's this and that. And that's where the impression is. Jay-Z can get away with it because, one, to act like money doesn't have a factor in relationships, it does. There's always a power. Because Jay-Z's probably like one of 3 dudes that Beyonce would date in the world that has more money than her. And the point is, we will make exceptions for certain situations to justify situations. Because no one wants to say Beyonce's wrong for staying in that relationship. Because you know what? That's her prerogative, whether if she's willing to make that work or not. She could simply, if she were to break up with Jay-Z, there would be a whole parade of woman taking over, woman proving that independence is the way to go, this and that and the other. Men ain't shit. Because men always ain't shit. you know,
I don't think we need any
that's just
more
somehow
right
it
now.
is. I've honestly stopped even arguing with people about it because you know what? If that's your mindset, that's your mindset. But if you always go with that mindset, then you know what? The men ain't shit cycle is going to continue. Because if a girl goes into something with a dude they're dating, and he could be the opposite of men ain't shit. He could be shit awesome. He could be shit-tastic. He can be the shit. But if you go in with that mindset, eventually that dude's gonna become he's gonna be like, well, no matter what I do, take her. She's always like, well, you know, man ain't shit. Ha ha ha. Joke around. It's like the dude's gonna be like, well, so no matter what I do, you're gonna think I ain't shit. So why the fuck am I gonna keep doing that? And then he falls into the pattern of being that man ain't shit. Like, no, I'm not putting up with this shit. I'm done or whatever. And then, you know what happens next? Then he breaks up with her, and then the girl's like, see? It ain't shit. If you set the precedent from the beginning, if that's what you think, eventually it's going to steer in that direction. First impressions are everything. Your first mindset going into something is everything. If you go in with the wrong intentions or the wrong point of view, it's going to end up at that point of view. You're going to what you seek out in life is exactly what you're going to get. If you seek out that all men ain't shit and then you get yourself a good man, eventually he's going to turn into the same behaviors because the cycle keeps on continuing because of the same behaviors being repeated to enhance to that. And how does that apply appearance to substance? Because a guy at heart or a girl at heart can have a heart of gold, be pure and all. But when they start letting external factors and past experiences of life judge every single person they're with after that, you're going to create the same pattern behavior. Nothing's going to work out.
I have a question about that. What exactly is it about, like, material that, and all this additional shit that kind of just makes everybody think that, oh, this person's more valuable than this guy over here just because of the fact that you own more fancy shit, your house is bigger, your car is nicer, and all this other stuff. Like, what makes you more important than anybody else? Like, if you guys have the same exact mindset, you talk the same, you speak the same, you practically look the same aside from the external appearances of what the fuck you wear, then what makes you any different? What is it about the material possession?
Because it's a status. It's a status between whether people want to admit it or not, and everyone's guilty to an extent. Some are just a lot bigger degrees than others. No one wants to be looked at as broke. No one wants to be looked at as someone that's struggling. Even though it's okay to struggle, a lot of people don't want to be viewed as. They're scared of how that looks. They're scared to lose friends if their friends get to a certain level before them. And my answer to that would be, if they're really your friends,
then
that shouldn't really
no
matter.
What the fuck?
But the sad reality is that between girls, but we'll just say between guys, there is this pressure of not necessarily I gotta have more money than you, but I gotta be more in power of something than you. Because you have money and have no power. Because if you're just working for someone and you're making a lot of money, that's great and all, but you don't dictate your schedule. You're probably working crazy hours, and you're letting it dictate other facets of your life where there's probably other stuff you'd rather be doing. Where someone that has less money, but let's just say they start something of themselves from the ground up, and they put all their investment in it, and they're so focused on it, and it builds to someone one day, that's a bigger power than someone having $50,000. That's more, between us men, you know what has intimidated me more than anything? Someone who has started something from the ground up and they're happy with what they're doing. That's more intimidating to me than some dude that drives a nicer car. Because I know a lot of dudes that drive nice cars and they can't pay shit. Like, they spend a lot of their money, half their income on a car. Or they just do dumb shit. And girls, to an extent, do the same. Girls, us people, I say guys and girls, we'd rather have a vehicle that looks nicer and has a nostalgia of impressing someone when you drive by the street. Just for that, we will pay an extra, let's just say $200, $300 a month for a car payment over a used car that maybe runs fine, because we it's not even we're gonna get looked at better. We just don't want to be looked down on. We just want to feel like we're on the level with everyone we see. When we go to the gas station more, we don't want to feel like the person driving who has a CarMax sticker on the back that just drove off the lot in their Honda Accord. We don't want to feel like they're above us. We just want to be equal.
The thing is, it'll never actually
No
be
one wants
like
to be
that.
looked down on.
Nobody wants, like, the thing is, it's less equality I see people looking for, and it's more like they're trying to look for a level above that, just so they can have the edge.
Everyone wants to one-up someone.
It doesn't really make a lot of sense to why people always try to one-up other people, because, like, I'm gonna look at it like the way that I see both, like, the two of us, okay? We both practically work in the exact same environment, alright? The things that we do are fairly alike, actually. I mean, we even both recently got a new car. Clint, you've started dressing differently recently. And I'm okay with that. Because it's not that Reese's Pieces shirt you always roll up in here with.
No, I just can't find it.
I
got lost in the washer.
I'm so fine with that. I'm so fine with that.
If I find it, don't wear it. That's what you're saying?
Pretty much, yes. If you find it, toss that bitch in the garbage disposal. And break your garbage disposal so you can't get that shirt back. I don't care what you have to do.
I like Reese's.
I like Reese's too, Clint, but I don't want to be a cereal box. Okay? I just don't. I do not want to be a walking advertisement. And then you don't even have Reese's. That's the worst part about it. But it's just, when you think about it like that, there's hardly a difference between the two of us, and I don't exactly try to see. I don't see a reason to try to be better than you, or I don't see a reason for why you'd want to try to be better than me in any kind of aspect. And that's not the type of relationship that we have. I honestly wish more people would be like that instead, because it would make things so much easier for everybody. Because then there'd be less pressure to try to impress somebody else in your life. It's not like every single time that Clint comes by, I want to make sure I have a new fucking vehicle, or I want to make sure I have a bigger TV that I don't plan to use. Or
I don't even have a TV.
I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm fine. That's the thing.
Well, you're not
like,
home enough anyway to see your TV.
Well, that's the way I look. It's like, yeah, people are like, why don't you have a TV? Why don't you have a bed frame?
Nigga, I don't even have a bed.
It's like, you know, because the way I think is like, when I move, why do I want to go through that hassle anyways? But my thing is, why? Because why am I, like, people that dress up their room so much? Like, my room is pretty bland. Like, there's, you know why? Because 90% of the time, all I do is sleep in there and jerk off. Not really often, but still, the point is, I just have a closet full of clothes, I have my laptop, and other than that, like, why am I going to buy a TV when I'm home only at nighttime? I'm going to spend money on TV, okay, then I got to hook up this and hook up that, and then what I buy, I don't even have a game system. Like, for what I do in a day, it doesn't apply to me. I don't need that stuff. All I need is me. All I need is me, something to write, and some clothes to change in here and there, and just, I prefer to be outside going doing stuff.
Yeah.
Because I realize, like, why, there's no need to set up a great environment in an area that I don't use, that I'm not going to get inspiration from. There's nothing in my room I'm like, that's going to make me write this today.
Like, you set up like a provocative system of minimalism that actually satiates your appetite for what you see in a life that you could actually preserve.
Like,
it's just, if it keeps you happy, then fuck what anybody else has
I save a whole lot more money too. I spend more money on food than anything. That's like my real, like, all my money just goes to, you know, my rent. Now my car. I don't even like paying car payment, but you know, it's kind of the situation. You gotta do what you gotta do. If I didn't have to, I wouldn't.
Fair.
Other than that, I don't buy, like, when I buy clothes, people realize, they're like, holy shit, is that a button down shirt?
Is that shirt that doesn't have the word Reese's Pieces on it?
Wait, it covers your chest?
This shirt actually doesn't have words on it. Where did you get this?
Wait, it's not faded? What is this?
You washed this?
Fuck you.
I think that's the biggest one, right?
Hashtag work. I wash all my clothes except my work clothes.
Nobody washes their fucking work clothes.
Fuck work.
I have 5 different work shirts, and I don't give a fuck about any of them.
But yeah, like I'm someone like I feel like if someone wants to hang out with me, it's gonna have nothing to do with what I have. And also, because I live that type, there's not much. I don't have to worry about the reason why someone's coming over to my place. I don't have to worry about, someone's just coming over to play video games because they don't have one. Someone's coming over to watch TV because they're bored. Someone's coming over to do... No, if someone's coming over to my house, it's because they actually just probably... They may actually just want to hang out with me because you're going to have to. Otherwise, you're just going to be sitting there.
You can share my laptop with me.
You can share some peanut butter with me, but that's about it.
Peanut butter? Nigga.
I have a lot of peanut butter.
I don't doubt that for a second. I don't doubt that. I don't fucking doubt that at all.
And the problem, and when you start living and people know that, what you do start seeing, the type, the weeds start, thinning out. Like, cream rises to the top type thing. All the people that just kind of cool with you, but only hang out with you if they just need some, whatever. You really start to get understanding of who actually wants something with you. Not because of what you have, but because of who you are. And, because, to me, I could go over to someone's house, and they have all the shit. They can have video game set, a basketball goal. They can have a freaking Capri Sun lounge. I don't know. They have a game room. They have freaking
Sun lounge.
A dungeon of sex toys. It
lounge?
doesn't fucking matter.
Why would you have that?
If you don't know how to actually just talk about something, or if you're not willing to talk, to go past a certain extent talking. So
I guess that makes, it kind of goes more towards your personality. If you don't have a personality, then you know exactly why people want to come by you.
Exactly. You either like my jokes or you don't. That's how I know.
I don't, but I still hang around you. They make me very upset. Your jokes actually, if I had a dad, that's what I imagine him sounding like.
You're probably
not in a good way. I really would not want
to.
So
this dad thing's overrated.
I've grown to realize that in talking to you, Clint. I've grown to realize that because every single time you crack a dad joke, I sit here and think, good fucking lord, is this what my life would be like? Oh my god. Ew.
Yeah, but you could go, but you'd be able to go do shit.
I don't give a fuck about
sometimes
that.
you gotta do with some shit to get all the good.
I don't care about that. I don't want to look at my dad and be like, hey, I'm hungry. And him turn back around and be like, oh, hi, hungry. I'm dad. I would fucking smack the shit out of him.
So you want something off the grill? Because I'm about to grill your ass of jokes.
I'm about to leave.
I'm about to grill your buns.
I'm about to leave. Oh my god.
But, yeah. And just because you have a nice car either doesn't mean you're just trying to impress someone. But if I know someone's personal situation and I see kind of the lifestyle, people rather appear to be living a lifestyle on, let's just say, social media or to live a lifestyle for consumption. But when the ones closest to them know that's not really how they live. Like, oh, I just bought this great car. What are y'all doing with your life? And then you're like,
oh,
you have like $28 in your bank account, and rent's due tomorrow.
That's one quality I really hate in people. It's just like, those friends that really don't have shit, but every opportunity they get, they like to flex on social media and tell everybody about this cool shit that they're not gonna keep for a long time. Like, those people that go to the bank and they withdraw a fuckload of money. I mean, they're getting ready to deposit that shit right back into something else.
They do this whole
hashtag get the bag.
Just hashtag with their newly done nails. It's all they get the nails done just to make this video.
Literally for only the one fucking purpose.
And they just do this slow, and they'll do like 4 Snapchats. Until you get on my level, don't talk to me, sister.
Until you count stacks like this, don't talk.
And then it'll be like, but withdrawing your savings to to do a video just to put it back in because you have
nothing better to do.
Because you got rent coming out tomorrow, and if you don't put it back in, you won't be able to pay it. I don't think you should really flex something that you actually have to use tomorrow.
Because if I come back tomorrow and you don't have that kind of money anymore, then what the fuck does that say?
You know who doesn't flex? You don't see... How many videos do you see of Jay-Z? Or we'll just use Jay-Z, Beyonce. Anyone with... How many videos of LeBron James you just see... Look at this. It's like, no. You know how people know they got money? Look at their fucking house.
The only person I've ever
seen...
seen...
have fucking money? Because they don't give people the time of day that doesn't benefit that.
There is only one type of person who I've seen that's actually rich and does that, and that's fucking Floyd Mayweather. And
you know why? Because he's actually like close to debt. There's a reason why he still does fights they didn't even have to do. I mean, don't get me wrong, he has a shitload of money, but he blows a lot of it immediately.
Mm-hmm.
He does fights because there's threats that he might be going because he has child support, rumors of not paying his taxes, whatever. But we get so caught up in celebrity culture and, oh, they live a certain way. They live like this. It's like, no, that's what they... You know why they do these videos that appear they live a certain way? Because...
They don't.
Well, because they know if they show, oh, this is how we live. In reality, that's not how they live. Because they show you the way that keeps them ahead and keeps you fall behind. Like, oh, no, this is how you do it. And you go down this path of just chasing this. And what you realize is, a lot of times, people that have a shitload of money, they don't chase the money. The money is a byproduct, the outcome of the passion they chased. It's like, you know what, yeah, you could be smart and choose fields that pay, but you can choose a field that pays you all you want. But you still have to have a passion to wake up every day, study that, learn it, do shit that applies to you getting that. There's more than just, oh, I'm going to go to college and go to these classes. You go all the classes you want, you graduate, and if you don't really apply it, it doesn't fucking matter. There's a lot of people that know how to put an IV in someone's arm. But, you know, there's not a lot of people that actually care for your life enough to really take all the precautions of all the shit that could go wrong if you don't put an IV in correctly. And why am I talking about IVs? I don't know.
That's a good question, actually. Why are you talking about IVs?
Just use an example.
I mean, I get that you use an example, but why that?
Yeah, that's actually not even a good example. I'm not gonna lie. That's one of my weakest
examples. Practically irrelevant. It's got nothing to do with.
I know. I just love when you give me head, but I hate when you give me headaches.
Stop with the fucking song references.
That's how I stop awkwardness and transition. So. So I guess what we should get into is I want to talk about the differences of kind of the double standards of men and women.
What do you mean?
For example, there's a stigma if a man don't have his shit together, he ain't shit. It's like, oh, don't even mess with him. You need to let him get his shit together before you even start messing with that.
However, if you go over to a woman's side and she sees that, they're like, oh, she doesn't have her shit together.
She's just going through it. That's all. She's just going through it.
She'll rise up. She's a strong, independent woman.
And the reason why I want to get into that is I want to get into the double standard because it does apply to substance over appearance. Because double standards are stem from when there's a contradiction. When let's just say, one gender is given the benefit of doubt when the other isn't. And substance over appearance is you're given the benefit of the doubt if your appearance is bigger than the actual substance of what you're about. There's a lot of people that dress nice, but there's a lot of people that dress nice that are pieces of shit.
I guess with that one, it kind of all depends on the influence you have around, with the people around you too. I want to make a comparison between two people who I personally think are very, very similar, and yet not so much in the same way. Like SZA and Chris Brown. Okay, they both like to make lots of songs about sex and
cheating.
how they and cheating, especially that actually.
You're the 9 to 5. I'm the weekend.
Like quite literally, Chris Brown will make songs where he actually steals a woman from someone else, and he's just like,
that's just Chris being Chris.
Sucks to suck, dude. Maybe hold on to your woman tighter before I grab her ass and fuck it.
Like choke girls off the balcony. Ooh, that's
and smack the shit out of them. Like it's just like, if SZA makes any songs like that, people will look at her like a hoe, and people will look at her in all kinds of different ways just because she's female. But if Chris Brown does it, like, hey, you some boy, get some of that.
Hold up on your bitch. Tell that man I'm sorry.
Quite literally, one of the best examples of.
I missed the first album, Chris Brown, when he just talked about how much he loved girls, but then all of a sudden.
He hits puberty and gets some sex, and now all of a sudden it's just like, how much more of that can I get before women actually start hating me?
He turned Rihanna to the Illuminati.
He made her a whore.
Well, not even that. The cycle of how that's worked out, he beat up Rihanna, and girls will make all the exceptions just because they like. It's like, you know what? It's okay. Like, my thing is, it's okay to like an artist regardless of their past and stuff. I don't necessarily think just because you listen to artists that you condone it, but if you condone that, don't make double standards for when someone else does it either.
Don't give a specific artist that you like excessive privilege just because they make music you like. You can still like the songs, but acknowledge the fact at least that this person's kind of a piece of shit.
It's like it's just funny how, because Chris Brown and Rihanna, Chris Brown and Drake just came out with the song No Guidance last week.
I heard it actually. It's really good.
Yeah, it's pretty catchy.
I like it.
And which is like, they actually used to have a beef over the girl that Chris Brown
beat the shit out of.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, there's those connections with her and Drake. Mm-hmm. They've only done like 4 songs together. You know, the square root of 69 is 8 some. Because I've been trying to work it out. Good weed, white wine.
Stop.
Or, I'll take care of you. I've asked about you.
Are you done?
They told me things.
Are you done?
Didn't
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
I'm sorry, I'm just too good for you. But, anyways.
I'm about to get up and go.
I'm sorry. Anyways, so.
This is my house. I'm about to leave.
I make a lot of people leave their houses.
This is actually my house, and I'm about to leave.
But it's kind of funny how that's come full circle. It's like, they used to beef. They had a serious beef where they had a club bottle throwing incident where Chris Brown kind of threw a bottle at Drake and he threw it back and all this shit. And now they kind of like, you know, they squashed the beef. It's like, cool, you know what? They realized I was immature, even though, like, did Drake fuck Rihanna? Probably.
Probably several times.
You do 4 songs with any girl, you're probably gonna fuck them.
I don't think that's how that works. I mean,
I don't know. I kind of think so.
It's like when you look at movies with actors and you see them having this fake relationship in the movie, you expect them to be together afterwards.
Like, you don't think...
No,
like,
I don't think they do.
You don't think in the 50 Shades of Grey movie, you don't think they had any real sex out? I know.
I'm not saying they haven't had real sex. I'm not.
It's kind of like, oh, we gotta prepare for the part. We gotta make it feel real.
Oh, I don't feel like they do that though. I don't feel like they just sit there and they're just like, oh man, you know what? Let's practice sex at my house before we do it on the set.
Yeah, so it looks natural.
It'll look natural. Like, it'll either look weird as fuck or it will look natural. But like, let's say some of these actors, I don't know, have relationships with other fucking people. Do you honestly think they're gonna go out and condone it and be like, hey, I understand that I put a ring on it, but I have to fuck this woman for a role.
I mean, when they're probably not comfortable with it, but then they see the check and they're like,
I don't see that happening.
It's just sex.
I don't see that happening.
It's just sex. We'll just get a pizza.
I don't see that happening. That's not how life works. That's
basically
not science.
If you're not comfortable with your significant other having sex with other people, just make sure that they don't have money.
Huh? That's not how the world works. That's not science.
Actually, that's exactly how the world works.
No, you shut the hell up.
People will justify cheating if you have money. Because you have power. That's why people get married for the... He has herpes.
Usher has been through so many fucking albums where he actually admits to cheating on all these other women, and they don't stick around because of all the money that they know he has.
But that's because he just let it burn. There's a reason why I had 2 confessions, bro.
I want to hit you in your neck.
And you notice how progressively
right here,
his albums have gotten pretty in?
Just fucking straight up Judy chop you right in the neck.
That's what it's made for.
Let's just get back to the goddamn topic before you lose your neck. Oh my god.
I don't mind. I can tell you about the climax. Together for me.
I swear I fucking hate you.
If I was able to breathe this morning, I would actually try to hit the high note.
I swear I fucking hate you so much.
Let me just usher us back to this. Anyways, so the point I'm trying to make is there's this appearance that now Chris Brown's basically a drug addict.
Yeah.
It's actually not an appearance, it's just facts. There's
Also,
videos
yeah.
of it. But there's this appearance that, him and Drake have squashed the beef. But do you really think they've really squashed it, or do you think they're just kind of like, alright, we're going to team up, make a song, we don't hate each other no more, but I still don't like the fact that you fucking with my girl after. Even though technically, it's hard to claim a girl yours just because you beat her up and stuff.
You think Drake and Meek Mill squashed their beef? That nigga's in prison and they made another song.
I think, well, Meek Mill's not in prison anymore, I don't think.
He's not?
No, he's been out. That's why he went on tour with Drake on it.
I kind of just figured they let him out on a little personal leave. And
no, I think he's out. He's out. But no, I think Drake and Meek are cool because they did songs before then.
Yeah, they did do songs before then.
And then they had
beef, and they had that fucking diss track.
Yeah, but anytime it involves a girl, it's a whole lot different. Them is just personal bullshit.
Back to back.
Yeah, now Meek Mill plays at his shows to just kind of be cool. Sorry, we're gonna fucking wait. I don't even know what the fuck's going on here.
Just saying.
Though, it's the double standards of when men cheat, they'll have websites. There's these websites. You go on Facebook. He ain't shit. Men cheat. All men do is cheat. All men do is cheat. But when a man cheats, it's the stigma. Oh, he cheated. He's wrong. Don't fuck with that dude. He's whatever. A girl cheats, it's like, you know what? Maybe she just wasn't happy. You know, maybe she just wasn't fulfilled. She just, you know, she probably did everything she could. You know, there just wasn't anything left for her to do. She tried to communicate. She tried to do whatever. But, you know,
I mean, that's cool and everything.
Sometimes you just gotta do what's best for you, honey. Don't feel bad. A man do it, but see, the double standards flip it when a man does it.
Oh, you ain't shit. You old nasty.
It's like, see, I was there for
bitch.
you the whole time, and this is how you reward me.
I only cheated on you once, but you gonna go off and cheat on me? Like, I mean, it was only one time, but I mean, you did it multiple times with the same bitch. How you gonna just do me like that?
Is it worse to get cheated on with? Would you rather your girl? Well, no one would rather their girl cheat on them. But if she were to cheat on you, would you be more mad if she just fucked the same dude like 30 times, or if she fucked like
30 dudes
12,
one time,
12 dudes 15 times?
That math doesn't add up, but I mean,
like, is it the amount of people, or is it the fact that she would choose one individual?
My thing is, if it was just one person, I'd feel like there was just that one guy that she was planning on leaving me for anyway. But if it's just multiple fucking
then
different
I think
dudes,
if it's so many more people, I think it's just an issue within herself. It's kind of like
if that's
she's
the case,
got
then you don't need a relationship.
At that point, it's just like it's not even the amount. If it's like that many people, that's like, well, that's not even like a personal. I mean, she just likes the. She just wants to be with a bunch of different people. Where if she choose one individual, I feel like that would be worse because it's like, man, you grew connect with one individual, and chances are she's probably having sex with him more than you.
Probably.
And you're just sitting there like, oh well. So this whole time I've been here trying to make it work, and
you're all fucking this other nigga.
Yeah.
Every day when I'm at work.
All day, every day.
It is kind of weird how like the kind of double standard exists where like one gender will do one thing and everyone thinks it's okay, and then the other one does it, and immediately they get shat on all over the fucking place. Social media, like friend tells a friend, and that friend tells all of their friends, and then everybody fucking knows, and then this person gets slut shamed for doing the same thing that the other person did. But I guess people just don't speak too much on it, like when it's somebody else, like when it's like a female versus a male kind of a thing.
You got mail.
I wish I had another example of like two people to bring to it to like bring that kind of comparison, but I don't really actually. The best one I had was the Chris Brown and SZA thing, and that's only because of the fact that their music style is so similar, and yet there is a different outcome that you get from listening to both like different sides. Because when men listen to Chris Brown, they think, oh man, this guy must really be living life fucking all these bitches, but then they turn around and listen to SZA and they're like, well, she's a slut.
But see, the thing is that if you really listen, Chris Brown is more like, no, I just want to fuck this other dude bitch just because I want the power to be able to fuck any bitch I want. SZA's, if you really listen to it, it's more of just
form a relationship.
It's more of just accepting a situation like, yeah, you know what? I know. It's like it's kind of weird to use the word respect in this sense because I don't respect it at all. But still, it's kind of like she respects the relation. Like, you know what? That's your girl during the week. That's your like true love. But I'm just, you know.
I'm you obviously want to hit. So
I'm just here just for that. And it's kind of, she's more compassionate and understanding. Where Chris Brown is just like, nah. Come here. You married? No. Here's 20 stacks.
I can give you at least 5 to 6 different songs when Chris Brown uses the line, I see your bitch when I want. And
no, just listen to the whole Fame album. It's just him talking about him.
It's not even just the Fame album. Like, literally every single album after the first fucking one.
Oh no, give it to you.
Well, that's not about him stealing someone else's bitch. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's his own bitch.
Give me the bullshit. Oh no, give me the bullshit. Oh,
like, if you hear the song "Famous Girl," like in this song, like he makes a reference to both the female and the male, like him, both cheating on each other, saying how, oh man, I can't believe you did that shit to me, but it happens anyway. And then they're just like, oh man, comparing him to all these other different people, saying, wow. You really gonna do me like this? Even though I did the same fucking thing to you, but fuck, why would you do me like this? Kind of thing. I don't know, it's just like the way Chris Brown kind of throws himself into these lyrics where he's just like, I could fuck your bitch, and then he goes out and fucks your bitch, and he's like, what's
probably mostly true. I'm not saying it's not true, bro. I get it.
I'm like, the thing is, I know that you could take my bitch.
And chances are, if you want her,
you can have her.
If it's like that, like, I mean,
if she'll up and leave me just so she can fuck you one time, take her. She a nasty bitch anyway. I don't want that.
Probably like nasty. Yeah, nasty.
But like, how can I throw that into a phrasing of words that actually makes more sense? That's like,
if she a hoe, she gotta go.
There's hardly any like sympathy towards the situation.
Wrap it up like a burrito from Moe's.
You're gonna be a really happy parent one day. I can see it.
No,
your kid's gonna be very pissed off.
I'm gonna be miserable as a parent, but my kids are gonna love me.
I don't feel like
that's my sacrifice.
It's literally the reciprocal of that. It is not what you think it's gonna be. Like, you're gonna be happy as fuck to have someone you can tell your jokes to that won't be able to say anything to you because they're not your age and they have no choice but to listen to you.
You're right.
And then they're gonna be hating life because now they have to sit here and fucking subject themselves to your bullshit every day.
But I feel like I'll be the greatest. I feel like I'm one of those like. It's not that I feel like I'd be a bad parent. I just know, like,
I
would get very, I get very irritated easily. But I feel like in terms of the wisdom and the lessons I can give and the great quotes they keep in their head and to keep a good mindset, I feel like I would be the perfect parent for that. I feel like it's just that.
I feel like you'd give a lecture.
It would just be like, Dad, can you make me a sandwich? No, fuck. Here's a knife. Here's the peanut butter. Use the jelly first because it's easier to wash off.
Stop saying peanut butter.
That's what they're having every day when they get home. My kids are gonna eat good. Like, they're gonna eat quality food.
You just said they're gonna eat peanut butter.
Peanut butter's not bad for you. It's a good energy source.
Yeah, then you over excessively eat it and all of your fucking insides.
Well, that's what you put on bread.
That doesn't make it better.
Hey, you know what? Until you start breaking bread, you're gonna be eating peanut butter on bread.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh my god.
Well, bipolar.
Oh my god. There are certain things that you say that you just need to stop. You just need to shut the fuck up.
Do I?
Every once in a while.
I get that. I've been told recently that when I talk personally to someone, I kind of ramble.
Yeah, you do actually. You do that a lot.
And it's almost like, it's not that what I say isn't interesting, but it's almost like someone doesn't know when to interject because I just kind of...
You don't stop?
Stop. Hey, I'm a boss fitter. I'm a something, I'm a dark.
Oh, I forgot I'm supposed to say that word for you. I'm sorry. Nigga.
I am what I am.
Oh my god.
And by the way, anyone that just says, I am who I am, I can't change, that's a pretty shitty, I don't buy that. There's a difference between being who you are and being the core of yourself. But there's a difference between changing who you are and being mindful of actions that are behavioral. You can't, because you can't use that same excuse for your whole life. If it's working for you and you know what, you feel like you're getting all these great successes and whatever, then you know what? Who am I? I'm wearing all denim. Who am I? Which, by the way, I'm digging the all denim look.
And it's not bad. It's actually not bad on you. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it almost kind of makes you look more redneck than anything else. But given the fact that you're also not black,
I've been listening to a lot of country lately.
Well, again, given the fact that you're not black, it's fine.
So, if white people or black people wear all denim, that's a problem?
It just doesn't look right. It's mostly just like a skin complexion kind of thing, because denim is usually a lighter color, and normally, like, I think darker colors look better on black people or darker skinned people, mostly because of the fact like colors don't clash in that aspect. It's like when you put an ice cube on a flame, what do you expect to happen?
NWA. Because they spit fire. You set yourself up for... Dude, when you said Ice Cube...
Ice Cube hasn't been Ice Cube for a while, okay?
You just said Ice Crunch.
Ice Cube has not been Ice Cube for a while. The last time he came up with a song was when NWA was a thing.
Are we done yet? Are we there yet?
Was he... Shut the fuck up.
Sorry, Miss Jackson.
That's Outkast!
I know.
Fuck!
I know.
God damn it!
Caroline.
Shut the hell up! Oh my god! This.
What do you mean, this?
I think that's what she was referring to when she said when you started to talk, you just kind of like ramble on about shit.
I think what it stems from is because I'm okay with gaps, but I'm someone, regardless of a friend or whoever, I always have this fear like they're just going, like, if I just finish talking,
what, they're gonna interrupt you and be like, oh, hey, by the way, and then they're not gonna stop
Oh,
talking?
no, like, that would actually be great. And I've even started telling people, it's like, you know, if I ever just start rambling, just tell me to shut up. Honestly.
But I try and you don't stop. There are so many examples I can bring up from this video alone where I tell you, I literally say, shut the fuck up, and you keep going.
And the thing is, I've been trying to be more mindful because I've been having someone tell me like, "Hey, it's not that they have a problem with it, but it's more of they just don't know when to jump in." Because I'll just like, as if I'll say something, I'll be like, and then
like as Drake once said, "It's a rollie, not a stopwatch. Shit don't ever stop."
including my mouth.
Yeah, that shit don't ever stop.
The thing is, I don't even talk that much, like in a public setting. It's only in very specific.
Shit don't ever stop. Literally,
Oh,
right? Yeah.
No, I stopped it.
But,
Hey, I did stop something.
well, that's different than a stopwatch. It has to stop.
It doesn't have to.
It kind of does, like how it did just now.
But can you watch something that you're not even watching?
Shut the fuck up. Oh my god, you're doing it again.
No, I'm just.
It's not the rambling thing. You're just doing that thing where you piss me off so bad.
Would you rather me ramble or just piss you off?
Both of them piss me off. Rambling pisses me off.
Now the truth comes out, Dave. I didn't know it was this deep. Never said anything that like. No, it pisses me off.
When I look at you and I tell you to shut the fuck up and you still keep on going and you don't
Well,
shut the
because-
fuck up.
Because when people say no these days, in my head.
No, don't
for
say
a lot-
that thing you're about to say because that's going to sound like rape.
I'm saying like in conversation. Like when people say, "Oh my God, your jokes are terrible." In my head, it's almost like, then why are you smiling?
Literally, that's still rape. It's just now you're raping
No,
my
I'm just talking
eardrum.
about, let's just focus on when you're talking. When people are like, your jokes are so terrible, and they start laughing, it's like, if it's so terrible, then why are you laughing? Some part of it, you secretly like it. You're just playing like, oh, you're not funny. Because you don't want me to impress someone else
No, the thing about it is,
with my jokes. You want me to test the field.
when I laugh, it's just because of the consistency of me telling you to shut the fuck up and you don't shut the fuck up. And I'm just like, if I don't laugh, I'll strangle you. I have to either do one or the other.
Some people like to be strangled.
Clint, on this note, I'm going to have you stop this whole thing right now. Because the thing already went off. We obviously don't have any more time before this thing shuts the fuck off and kills us. So let's get down to the moral of the whole subject before we get off topic yet again.
So here's a couple quotes I want to read before we play our outro song. These are a couple quotes I wrote that I feel like applies to today's theme. People would rather look like they live in someone else's dream than live their own, because there's no emotional attachment if they fail. Ooh!
You are so gay.
Don't go find someone to provide for you and hope they're right for you. Find someone right for you and they will provide for you.
I also notice how you don't cite any of these quotes to let us know where the
That's
fuck
because they're mine.
from.
And this is just one little comparison when we were talking about the makeup thing. So, does any amount of makeup show lack of confidence in a girl? Like when you see a girl wear makeup. Now, I don't look down on it. Yeah, I'm all about, whatever makes you feel good looking. I'm not going to be like, no, don't wear makeup. But if you don't wear makeup, I'm not going to look at you any different either. But when you see a girl that wears makeup very consistently, do you think that shows lack of confidence at all? Like even the slightest bit? Like, do you think that she struggles with something about her self-image?
No. Thing is, if I see a girl that doesn't wear makeup, it's not... The last thing I'm going to think in life is, oh man, she doesn't try to make herself look better. I'll feel like you already feel confident in your own skin to where you don't feel like you need to try to improve upon anything. Or maybe it's just the fact that... Because makeup it is time consuming. You look at a girl's life, you see them in the bathroom putting on 18 different layers of shit, and you're like, why the fuck would you want to do any of that? I'm so glad that I'm a dude, and all I have to do is put a shirt on, put on some pants, underwear, not necessarily in the order, possibly put on some cologne, depending on who I'm trying to go outside to impress and make them feel better about the way I smell, and then I get the fuck out of the house.
Underwear is always optional, but...
I knew you were going to say that.
The point is, one thing I would... Any girl where they shit on... I look at makeup as like a hobby. That's the way I look at it. Because technically, you don't really need it. Like, if you don't put it on, you'll survive. You'll live. Now, you can wear it, make yourself feel... That's fine. But when it bothers me is when those same girls will talk about, oh, why does he do that for a hobby? Why is it... That's a waste of time, dude. It's like, well, I can say when a girl says it's something about me, or anyone, it's like, well... I could say the hour you spend every day on your makeup, that's a waste of time. That's an hour you could be just doing something productive to your future. Or that's something productive you could do to better yourself that day. You know what you could do in that hour? When you complain about not being able to go to the gym to exercise, when you complain about not having time to do stuff you want, I'd be like, well, take that out of your day.
And meanwhile,
you'll have an extra hour. And that's not saying don't do it, but if you are starting to have trouble in your life with time and stuff, cut some things out to make time. If you really want to do something, you will make time for it if it's that important.
Do you really need to take like fucking an hour out of your day to take a 5-minute trip to go down to the store that's like 2 seconds down the road? Or do you, like?
So do you think a fair comparison? Do you think it's kind of reciprocal when girls think, oh, guys that drive big trucks have small penises?
In a way, kind of, yes.
I think it's
that's
kind of our
between the two.
That's kind of like our, I call it reverse quote. Anytime like a girl's a man in shape, they're like, well, woman ain't shit. So that would be kind of my research. Like, time a girl criticizes a guy, oh, he probably drives a big truck because he has a small penis.
I mean, when you look at like double standard,
so you're wearing half a pound of makeup because you think you look ugly. Like, that's really, your self-image is really lacking. I'd be like, well, at least his, it's like, hey man, what do you want me to do? For her, it's like, I mean, you're the one wasting an hour of your day. This, I just try to do what I need to do.
I mean, like, whether my wiener is big or whether it's small, is it because of something you decide you want to assume? You still do the same shit every single day, and you can stop.
You're doing something to cover up your insecurity, so that dude that gives a big trick over his insecurity cancels each other out. So what else you got?
Let me know and I'll definitely hit you with the facts, bitch.
But yeah, those are just, I think the moral of this whole show today is that don't get deceived by what someone appears to have, like this great button-up shirt I have, or these great pants. Goddamn these socks. Whew. Anyways, but don't get caught up. Don't get lost in the sauce, as they say. Make your own. Yo soy fiesta.
And on that note, I'm going to make sure
I don't duck nobody but sauce. Can I get my outro song? Is it connected to Bluetooth?
It's actually not, and that's the best part too. That's what makes me happy. Oh yeah, I forgot you had the fucking outro song. I actually hate you for that one.
Oh yeah.
You could have I'm gonna let you have the intro song next time.
Well, I had it last time, and you weren't able to play the outro because the video cut off, so I'll let you have the intro.
Gee, thanks.
I'm sorry.
I appreciate you letting me settle.
Is it playing?
It should be. I don't know what to tell you if it's not. Is this country? No.
Hey, no, it's my song.
I don't give a fuck what it is.
It's only for like a minute.
Oh my god. It's actually killing me. We need to set fucking boundaries for that. There has to be a rule. There has to be a limit. At least if you're gonna play something you know we both enjoy. I know you like Drake. That's why I played Drake. I played non-stop because it was relevant to what we were talking about before.
It's in a blue Tacoma, California. White magnolia in your hair.
Oh my God, this is cancer!
Always having your hand low in a blue Tacoma, California.
How do people listen to this?
It's right here.
Thank you all for watching our show today.
They probably can't hear you because of that nasty shit.
Thank you all for watching our show today, Substance Over Appearance. Stay tuned for our next episode, episode 3, and
Hopefully with less cancer.
well, there's no cure for this.
There's no cure for cancer either.
Well, there probably is. Well, we know there is.
I know there's a cure for this. All I have to do is turn the fucking Bluetooth off and
But
you'll
yeah,
have to do it again.
thank you all for watching our show, and
We'll see you next time.
peace up, A-Town now. Yeah!
That wasn't a gang sign. I'm not a part of a gang. This red shirt's just because I like red and black. Oh. Yeah, I felt that.
They always do.